Hey y'all, it's Felicia with The Book Is Done. I am going to do a twofer. Should have done this a long time ago, but here we are. Like I said, life happened. So, the book that I'm going to review, Silent Patient. I know I may be late, but it's okay. I had to give my 2 cents because this was so good. I immediately ordered the next book, or the second book that he had written, The Maidens. So I'm going to start that here fairly soon. But this right here, The Silent Patient, listen, y'all, let me tell you, this book had me so wrapped up in this book. Like, the storyline was good. A lot of people said they didn't like it, but for it to be his first novel, I believe it's his first novel. Yeah, his first novel. I could see why it was on the New York Times bestseller list, and just amazing in the 50 or so countries that it's been like a bestseller in. Listen, that book had me on edge. I was not expecting the ending. Just how people always try to make different characters who are in like a psych ward or like a mental institution or something along those lines. They almost always try to make it seem as if the patients that are within those facilities are just a little off. And don't get me wrong, a whole bunch of patients that are in those types of facilities, they're there for a reason. But what almost all of them are there for a reason in some way, shape, or form. However, with this particular book, the main character, the woman, I forgot her name, Alicia, which is so cool because it rhymes with my name. But Alicia, just people slept on her in this book. Like, she was so much more smarter than what she led on to be. I feel like she was silent on purpose. Of course, naturally given the silent patient, but I feel like she she didn't create the game, but it was like once she realized what the game was about, she played along so good that in the end, Theo, I just truly hope that The Maidens is as good as this one. I've heard people say that The Maidens is not as good, or that it's just not good at all. I digress. I am excited to get into this book. I had to take a breather from The Silent Patient because I was an instant fan. I follow him. Let's see, Alex Michaelides. I do apologize if I mispronounce his name, but job well done for your very first novel. Job well done. The second book that I'm going to talk about is my first one by this author, David Baldacci. I hope I pronounced his name correct, but The Last Mile. This book was pretty good. It was another one that I couldn't put down either. Just the story, I excuse me, I get why and how they came up with The Last Mile, where it was like you literally have to keep going until the end. Like, you just have to keep pressing until you get to the end of the journey, or that particular journey at that point in time. But it was good. To me, it was very good. Like I said before, I am a James Patterson fan, like diehard fan. So not to say that I compare all of the books that I read to him and his style and his flow, and just, short chapters and just different techniques. Every author in their own way has their own technique. So like I said, this is the first book that I've read of him, and it was it was interesting. The pace of the story, I felt like it could have been shorter, but at the same point in time, how he was able to tell the different symptoms of what the main character, the diagnosis that he was given, and how he can't forget anything. Like, he can never forget anything, and how he is just like in the zone. I feel like I have a very good understanding of the diagnosis that the main character has, but I don't know, someone had told me that with his particular books that they kind of just drag on a little bit, that he doesn't like attack the main point or get to like a crescendo of a certain part or point in the book. I get that. I see that. It's not to say that I won't read any more of his books, because I truly do feel like it was a really good book. However, I'm not in a rush to read another one of his books. I don't know if that's bad or not, but in all things, I digress. The Last Mile was good. I will read another one of his books. The ending, I was um, not as blown away, but it wasn't something that was foreseeable either. Um, I like how he has this unique ways of building up suspicion and things of that nature. But The Last Mile was a good read. If I had to rate it, I would probably give it about a 3 or a 4. It wasn't anything that blew me away, or blew my socks off. But he is an author in which I would read another one of his works, and I know he has a ton of books out there. So until the next time, these 2 books are done: The Silent Patient and The Last Mile. Until the next time, what's next?